Hello and welcome to this segment from Sik'ar Reviews. I'm going to be discussing another cigar myth, possibly legend. It is said that a white ash, particularly a firm white ash, is a sign of a good cigar. Is this true? More than likely, it is not. See, a white ash occurs when there's either A, too much magnesium in the soil that the tobaccos are grown in, too much phosphorus, or too much calcium. Now, according to one website, it actually says magnesium causes a black ash, whereas most websites actually state that magnesium will cause a white ash, including Carlos Fuente Jr., who said that adding magnesium to the soil will create a very nice white ash, but it'll also leave it flaky. However, he did also say, and quote, from Cigar Aficionado in autumn of '93, that better soil gives whiter ash and more flavor. Magnesium tends to have a tendency to sweeten the tobacco, so you get a sweeter smoke out of a magnesium-rich tobacco. Now, the interesting thing is that Sumatra tobaccos will almost always give you a white ash because the soil in Sumatra is very heavy in phosphorus and in calcium. Nicaragua has a very high magnesium count too, so you'll oftentimes get a white ash from a Nicaraguan cigar. Now, Honduras and Cuba have very little magnesium, very little phosphorus, and very little calcium. Cuba is actually pretty heavy in lithium in their soils. So when you look at Honduran tobaccos, you'll tend to get a grayish ash or a blackish ash. Cuban tends to be also gray to black. And who was it? Didn't write down the information. Stupid me. It was Bahia. Tony Bahia. I think that's his name. He's the owner of Borhani. The owner of Bahia Cigars. Yeah. See, I'm way out of it. He actually says that having a gray ash is probably more the sign of healthy tobacco than having a white or black ash. In fact, if you ever have a friend that says, I love my Cuban cigars, they're the best, they have a nice fine white ash, more than likely they're getting Nicaraguan grown or Sumatran grown tobaccos and buying them in Canada or somewhere else, and they're not Cubans. You can tell right away from the ash. If it's white and it's a Cuban, you don't have a Cuban. So, is it good to have a white ash? Yeah, perhaps. I mean, it's not a big deal whether you have the white ash or gray ash, or even a black ash. It doesn't matter if it's too terribly firm or too soft. Most people don't like soft ash. In fact, that's one reason why white powdery ashes are not really desirable in your tobaccos, and one reason why Nicaraguan puros tend to have seed tobaccos from other places, and they're taken from various different places in Nicaragua so that you don't necessarily always get the high magnesium rates. So, anyways, with that said, please add and subscribe. Leave questions, comment, feedback, suggestions. And if you have, any information that you'd like to share about white ashes, maybe you're a chemist and you know something about magnesium, phosphorus, calcium, lithium, whatever. You understand agriculture and how the soils work. Hey, all the better to share your information too. So, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned.